There's been a long and drawn out debate within the anime tower defense community that centers around the two biggest games in the genre. Anime Adventures and Anime Vanguards have been compared enough times to where the chats of both games are consistently mentioning one another about the debate. It is an impossible topic to avoid, and pretty much everyone has an opinion on the matter, but what's the actual answer? Between Anime Adventures and Anime Vanguards, which game is objectively better than the other? Well, today in this video, I'll attempt to answer that question, and I'll bring all of you watching along with me on that journey. Now, I know I've kind of made a video like this in the past, but I want to remake it since Anime Adventures has just released and Anime Vanguards just dropped an update, so I think it's a good time to reweigh them. To have this video actually make sense, I'll be splitting it up into specific sections that cover aspects of both games. These sections will be content, quality of life, cosmetics because I just want to ramble about them, community, and developer communication. Last thing before we get into it, just remember that since I'm a human, this video is gonna be based off my opinion. I believe in trying to be as objective as possible in all my videos, but at the end of the day, debates are about opinions and anyone can have them. You're free to disagree with me, I don't really care, but before you make a comment that calls me 13 different slurs, just remember, it's an opinion. Now finally, with all of that out of the way, we can begin discovering which game is better once and for all. Anime Adventures or Anime Vanguards. Let's first talk about the difference of content between the games. This one should be pretty obvious to most people, but we'll still talk about it just for the sake of transparency. Anime Adventures ran from July 3rd, 2022 to December 21st, 2023, and then re-released December 25th, 2024. Between 2022 and 2023, they introduced tons of game modes and events for their player base to play through. Although some of these events would be limited, they'd sometimes overlap each other so that there was always something to do even if you had finished the last recent event that they had dropped. As of now, there's definitely still a ton to do and catch up on even if you're an OG player, but in the beginning I personally struggled to find a reason to play the game. It was a lot more raw and in its early stages, but that's to be expected. Nothing wrong with that. Now, Vanguard's released on September 8th, 2024, and has been open to this day. Throughout the 4 months the game has been open, they've given us a decent amount of content to play through, but I feel like the grind has always been really easy, aside from the first 3 days to a week of playing. It also took a while for that content to come out, as in the beginning there were a lot of delays, and eventually they just stopped promising the community things and stayed quiet until they were sure that they had it. Based off all that, I think I'm gonna have to give this one to Anime Adventures. They've just had so much of a head start that there's really no competition, and they also quickly got it together. I really enjoyed their events as well, and this one is no different. The events active right now, as well as previous Portal events, were always fun to participate in. Vanguards do have special events as well, and although I do think boss raids are a really smart addition, as well as the Mahito mechanics and the JJK update, they can't really compare to the loads of stuff Anime Adventures has to offer yet. Content wise, Anime Adventures takes this one. Next, let's talk about the game quality. Now when I say quality, this includes the visuals like models and VFX, bugs, GUI, things like that. A lot of visual stuff really. I'm gonna get this out of the way immediately. I think both AA and AV are on par with their VFX. Tons of Roblox developers these days are creating crazy effects that I couldn't even dream of making in 3 months, so at this point damn near all games are tied on this category. For having the least bugs, Anime Adventures definitely takes the cake. Personally, I can't remember the last time my experience has been completely ruined by a bug in Anime Adventures, half because there are very few, and half because it's been so long that it's actually impossible to remember anyways. By the way, just so y'all know, before you comment, the bug that people think exists with Anime Adventures right now where they're losing units is most likely just not a thing. I spoke with the dev about one of my other Anime Adventures videos, and they confirmed with me that 99% of the cases of people saying that they lost their units were false positives. They had either forgot they traded away, forgot that they sold them, forgot that they sacrificed them, or they can't recognize the units since they got remodeled or renamed, especially the ones that don't have models right now. Of course, there's definitely a possibility that some people have actually lost their units, but it's a very, very small minority. Anyways, just wanted to clear that up. You have my permission to continue watching. Regardless though, Vanguards has had its fair share of bugs that soured the experience of a few of its updates. At the release of their 1.75 update, for example, the new game mode was damn near unplayable, with enemies not appearing on the tracks at all and units having their damages set to 0. Now Adventures may win in that aspect, but overall I think Vanguard still provides a much more quality experience. Let's talk about models. Anime Adventures recently changed something like 90% of their models, and a lot of them look considerably worse. I know that this was a necessary change so that the game doesn't get taken down again, but it's a fact that the models are worse now. A big part of the quality are the actual anime units, and if I can't recognize the anime characters, then that's a bit of a problem. No anime game should include Gerald the Swashbuckler. Adventures also falls short on the GUI aspect as well. It most certainly looks outdated, but obviously that's not a really huge issue. Anyways, I'm going to give this one to Vanguards, but Adventures isn't that far behind. They just need to fix the model situation and they're golden. Now I hope you guys aren't biased enough to deny what I'm about to say. When it comes to quality of life, Vanguard sweeps and it's not even close. Especially with their recently added Update 2, where they implemented a plethora of new quality of life mechanics. Essence dismantling, quick placing, shiny remover that gives trait rerolls, even from epic units, weekend boosts. Anime Adventures did add some new quality of life by adding a way to change your units before the round starts, but the fact that they still don't have a unit manager or keybinds is baffling to me. Being able to see your unit's max range is also extremely nice. The Vanguard's developers are genuinely thinking about what positive small changes they can add to impact the game in a big way. It's not like the quality of life is terrible in Anime Adventures, it's just that what they have pales in comparison to Vanguard's, so I'm giving Vanguard's this point. So this obviously isn't going to actually change the score, it's just something I want to mention. Vanguard's cosmetics are just nowhere near as good as Adventures ones. I think we can all agree on that. I don't know what it is, but a lot of the Vanguard's cosmetics just give you 3D clothing, especially the shinies. Almost every shiny cosmetic is worse than the original. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm not like a designer or anything. I am nowhere near a developer. It's just something about the cosmetics, man. I really can't explain it. Adventures has just got it on lock. But yeah, let's just talk about stuff that actually matters. Communication between the developers or owners with their community is definitely one of the most important aspects when it comes to an anime tower defense game. I've got to say though, both games have a horrible track record with communication. I can't remember the last time Anime Adventures actually made an effort to connect with their community, and Vanguard's is notorious for releasing updates with maybe an hour's notice. Now both have definitely gotten better. Vanguards has hosted a stage recently to answer people's questions and had other people give their suggestions for the game, but it's only their first one, so I won't say much yet. Anime Adventures just recently had a macro fiasco. Did I say that right? That was not in the script, I'm so sorry. Anime Adventures just had a recent trouble with macros, but within maybe like 24 hours, they were able to listen to what their community had to say, ask them if their solution to it was okay, and implemented it quickly, resolving the situation very smoothly. But as I said before, neither of the games are at least like okay with the communication yet. I think they're all trying to figure it out now, so we're just gonna have to call this one a tie. Or maybe I'm missing something, so let me know in the comments. Y'all can decide this for yourself. So if I'm gonna keep it real, the community for any large anime Roblox game is going to suck. It's kind of a given at this point. Half of every community is filled with children who unfortunately are the vocal majority, and in every single case, general chat is considered a war zone. But of course, there is one war that's much worse than the rest. The Anime Vanguards general chat has got to be the worst channel ever to exist in Roblox Discord history. Every time I had the displeasure of reading it, I am flashbanged by the amount of horrible takes my eyes bear witness to. Of course, it's impossible to have a normal conversation in a server with so many people, but trying to state your opinion will damn near get you beat. Say one thing that some people might not agree with, and you're immediately getting jumped and killed. I'm not sure if it's calmed down now, but before Update 2, Vanguard's chat was genuinely home to nuclear warfare. If you wanted to argue, then that's where you'd go. The amount of rage baiting and instigation was genuinely incredible. Record-breaking stuff here. Now let's not forget, the Anime Adventures community is not much better, as a good portion of their players are shared between Vanguards, so of course it's all kids too, but I've never seen Anime Adventures chat get as toxic as Vanguards does. I mean, they will literally ping the developers telling them to unalive themselves in the main chat of the server. Both fans absolutely despise me in YouTube comments though, so there's just no winning for me. This point is definitely going to go to Anime Adventures, although don't let that fool you, the community as a whole isn't much better there either. So in the end, it's come to a tie. At least for the topics I've covered, I can't really decide which game is just objectively better. Vanguards is more well made and offers better quality of life features, but Adventures has all of my old data and a ton of content that's still playable. From what I remember, they also used to hold a very tight schedule that they pretty much always met. In my opinion, I think it's really just up to you about what you value more. Would you rather just play Anime Adventures and hope that they'll increase the quality of the game since the standards have gone up on Roblox? Or would you rather play the more polished Vanguards but have to wait for the game to actually get a lot more content since it's pretty new? But either one is fine. They're both solid picks and they're easily the top 2 best anime TD games on the platform. Whatever your choice, both games will continue to grow, so maybe it'd be better if you kept your eyes on both of them. Who knows what'll happen. Now, one last thing that I do want to mention is that if you can't really tell, I'm a little bit less harsh on the Anime Vanguards devs compared to the Anime Adventures ones, and that's for a reason. This is mainly because I'm actually able to talk to the Anime Vanguards devs. I don't have content creator role in Anime Adventures, so I can't really talk to them and understand how they think, but I'm able to do that with Anime Vanguard, so I get to hear their reasoning behind a lot of things. It's not like I haven't spoken to an Anime Adventures dev at all. I did mention that I had a talk with one earlier in the video, but it's not like I'm chatting with them on a daily basis. I'm sure they have their reasons for things, and if they want to correct anything I said in the video, or give any reasons for their shortcomings or their achievements, they're more than welcome to talk to me or leave a comment on this video. Anyways, that's all I have to say for now. Thanks for watching. This was definitely the most work I've put into a video. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did making it. All my links are in the description. Again, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see y'all later.